From Las Vegas, the entertainment, music, and sports capital of the world, it's the JJ and Johnny Show.
We're back.
A little bit late, sorry guys, we're a little tardy, but we are JJ
But
and
we
Johnny.
we were tardy for a good reason.
We were.
For a very good reason.
We were. We have some special guests that we can't wait to bring into the show today. In fact, I think technically, well, we had Jen Kramer on our second episode.
Yes.
This is our first guests that are a couple.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah.
A married
there aren't
couple.
a lot of. I mean,
Yeah.
there's a lot of performers in town, but not necessarily two people who are both performers who are both very well known.
Yes. By the way, we are in the Skill Money Games studio this morning, and we have a special guest, my former associate producer, Brittany Avery Randall. Brittany in the house.
And what most people don't realize, this is an enormous studio. We've got, about 50 people in the audience. We've got about 25-person technical crew. So
yeah, thank you guys all for being here. In fact, that's why we were so late, because we have so many people working
getting
on
everyone
this
in.
show.
Getting everyone in.
Oh,
It's
wait.
amazing.
But speaking of producers and important people, did you hear a voice? Because I believe we've been building up to this. This is episode 7, by the way.
Are we already on 7?
Lucky 7.
Yeah.
Well, that's what you put on the Canva. So
Hey, it wasn't my camera. That was all JJ.
Oh, that was all JJ,
Yeah,
okay.
that's all her work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Beautiful work.
But we've been building up to this moment right now where we reveal producer Cass on camera.
Yes, on a very nice camera, too.
Cass?
So there she is.
Cass is on the Cass cam.
Cass cam.
How's it going,
And then
everybody?
this is the first time people are seeing the artwork, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
and the artwork as well.
Yeah.
This is
reverse.
Pretty Done, a very famous artist here in Las Vegas, and he did this for Johnny and I and Cass, and we are so thrilled to have his art all around the studio, and we'll be having him on the show.
And you'll notice that what is behind Cass is the other one of this. That is the, what would you call that? This is the
first
matte.
version.
Well, yeah,
This is
that's the
matte
shiny
draft.
The
version.
perfect, yeah. That's the shiny version, which unfortunately we couldn't use. It's the same thing, but we had to get a matte finish so there was no reflection.
And
so.
any of you who have your own podcast studios or your own YouTube shows, you already know that you don't put shiny pictures behind you. But
No.
that's a
we
lesson
didn't know
we
that
learned.
for some reason.
We
but,
learned, you know.
But we've got a great set. We got a great set, great colors. JJ found these and little light things. It looks fantastic.
And
Alan
I
wants to know the name of the artist
Oh, it's
for this artwork here.
Okay, it's Pretty Done. One word,
Pretty Done.
Pretty Done. Look him up on Instagram. Tell him JJ and Johnny sent you. He's an amazing artist. His
Right.
real name is Adam Rella. Super nice kid. Started out as a DJ here in Las Vegas and really played the strip. I mean, these DJs, they work. And so he loves music. But then a few years into his career as a DJ, he started painting, and he has murals all over Las Vegas.
I was at the stretch zone. I get stretched once a week, and across I know it sounds good, my back, but right across from there is Makers and Finders in Henderson. Oh, thank
I'll
you so
stretch you,
much.
dude. You don't have to go to.
I don't have to spend all that money. You know what you're doing. Is that Pilates?
I was just messing
Oh,
around.
okay.
But
I walked out the other and I took a photo. I didn't get a chance to show you, but I walked out, and above Makers and Finders, the entire side of the building is
Pretty Done.
Is Pretty Done. So I wanted to show
Yay.
you. I should give you
He's
that.
got a
We'll
great,
put it up.
he's got a cool looking studio. JJ drove me over there.
Oh, really? It's yeah. He's so talented. He's really talented.
Yeah, super talented.
Yeah, check him out. Find him online. Follow him.
Speaking of talent, can we see producer Cass again? Guys, producer Cass on camera. So Cass, I wanted to talk to you about something.
What's up?
I've been geeking out. Maybe you have as well.
She's our Gelman.
I have been geeking out on. Totally. Oh my
That
gosh.
okay. All of this showing the producers came from Regis and Kelly. That had never been done before.
Oh,
Really?
Who are on our
Okay.
wall
Yeah.
because we love them so much.
That's our vision board over
That's
there.
our vision
That is our
board.
vision board.
Regis and Kelly.
I want to talk to you about Amazon Prime Day. Have you been shopping?
You know what? Not yet, because I like to wait until the deep discounts come in. The first day is kind of a little bit, but once you get to the second day, yeah. Some
Is
better
that
discounts.
your strategy? Is that your strategy?
That's not my strategy. It's Michelle. Michelle's the opposite. She already dropped in the Ninja Creamy into our basket because she's been literally talking about a Ninja Creamy for a year.
Yeah.
A year. So it's in the basket, and then all the ingredients to make the healthy ice cream is.
I am so happy for her.
Yeah.
Yeah, no,
I'm not.
It's so great. So here's the
There's
thing.
no room on the counter to begin with. So now we have
another
item.
appliance.
Another appliance.
You have to
She
really
loves-
consider if
she
you
loves
want to
gadgets.
invite another appliance into your
Yeah.
house. I like to be a little bit minimal about
Yeah,
this
I'm
stuff.
a
I like
very
to have this
zen.
stuff
I hate all that crap
off the
over
counter.
there.
But when you taste the ice cream,
Right. We were somewhere and
know.
somebody had it. It is delicious. It's great. You know, who doesn't like a ninja?
okay, we are thinking of getting a bigger TV in our house. So our
Really?
main living room TV. We've been talking about it for 5 years.
Wow.
So I'm afraid I'm going to miss out on the deal. So there's a pretty good deal, although, ... You ready? I looked it up online, the Amazon Prime deal, which is 35% off. Same price at Best Buy.
Oh, well, Best Buy,
course.
this is interesting. Best Buy has really amped up their game on matching Amazon
Did
Prime.
you folks hear that?
Yeah, because I've been wanting,
Yeah.
Cass and I have been talking about getting another MacBook Pro for the road or a MacBook Air, whatever. They've got
Airs are
prices
so
equal
nice.
or just a tiny bit better
Yeah.
than Amazon Prime. And,
Yeah.
you know, and it's kind of a race to the bottom,
They gotta
but it
stay
benefits
relevant.
us.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, they want to stay
So,
around.
Yay!
Yeah, they want to stay
Yeah.
around. So, but the number one deal from what I was just reading on the New York Times
Mm-hmm.
is the iPad Pro.
Oh, nice. Yeah, the new iPad. pads.
Loaded. This thing
They're-
is
yeah.
loaded, and
They're-
it's $75 off if you bought it anywhere else.
They have nicer screens now than I think
Oh,
than
this.
the laptops do or the phones.
They're so
Apparently,
nice.
they're
Yeah,
like
I was
they're
They're
the
almost
newest.
overkill now.
Yeah,
Right.
I was flying back from New York. I had a show there, and I noticed on flights now a lot of people have the iPad Pro and they watch their movies on the iPad Pro.
And even like some of the little
That's what I do.
keyboard setup. I'm
Yeah.
always really intrigued, but I just don't feel like I can move as fast. I'm a MacBook Air
Yes, me too.
lover. I love my Air.
Yeah.
It's so light, right?
Yeah,
I mean,
it's amazing.
it's so light.
And
I just feel like I
it's
can
very, very
work
powerful.
quicker.
You know, and they're making them here now in Las Vegas.
see, he brought that back around too because this show's
Wow,
supposed
that
to be
was a
about Las
great-
Vegas.
I do have some Las Vegas news.
But-
they have broken the ground.
Uh-oh.
They have
Here
broken
comes
ground.
the finger. The finger is coming out.
The broken ground on the Bright Line, below on south on the Strip across from the mall. That whole big open area.
Oh my gosh.
That is where the station's
Did they
going to
break
be.
ground?
They broke ground.
Oh boy.
I mean, they had a fork to do it, but
Yeah.
it's broken, so it
Oh
started.
wow, no, that's huge. So
Yeah.
we're talking about the train that will be coming from the Los Angeles area into Las
Area.
Vegas. And it's been talked about for, well, Brittany, you grew up here,
75
so
years.
maybe 20 years.
Oh no, 75 years.
Oh my God.
They've been talking about it for
that-
75
that-
years.
so-
Bugsy Siegel
Wow.
was talking about a train from Los Angeles
Wow.
to Las Vegas 75 years ago.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, it may even be longer now because,
Unbelievable.
yeah.
I feel like before we get to our big interview, and we're really excited to have the people we're going to have on in just a moment, we should play Vegas Fact or Fiction. Vegas Fact or Fiction, that game we love to play where we talk about Vegas and things you might or might not know.
Right.
What do you got, Johnny?
How long has Bugsy Siegel been talking about a train from...
75 years.
Damn it! Oh, oh!
JJ won.
Okay, so here we go. Las Vegas, and I double checked this.
Okay.
Does Las Vegas, because I had to make sure it was right, because you hear
Okay.
these things and you're like, is that possible? Does Las Vegas
Keep
consume
going.
more shellfish, shrimp and lobster, things like that, in one day, than the rest of the country combined?
In one day.
In
So
one day.
this we skirted around this fact when we were talking about buffets one episode, and I don't remember it being. I thought the stat was that it was the city that consumed the most shellfish. I'm going to say no because I can't imagine that all the other cities combined would be less than Las Vegas. What is it?
It's Las Vegas. Consumes 30 tons of shellfish a day, more than the rest of the country combined. And that has to do with the fact that we have literal seafood buffets and those massive crab legs, and people just, you know, go bananas. And virtually every single hotel here has.
Wow.
I think they're 3D printing shrimp.
I was gonna say, I can't believe all that has to be transported here.
All of it. Every single one. I'm surprised none of the casinos got together and just put a shrimp hatchery together. But yeah, that's what it says.
Nothing like a shrimp hatchery in the desert.
Shrimp hatchery.
All right, it's time for my
delicious.
Vegas Fact or Fiction. Are you ready, Johnny?
I am ready.
That was a good one. That's such a weird stat.
It's a weird
God, it's weird.
Yeah.
Okay. Yesterday, July 15th, was an anniversary of the monorail opening here in Las Vegas on the Strip. What year did it open?
What was the hit show at the time? Was it?
Oh. Maybe Dexter.
I'm going to say the
Oh. Maybe.
That's recent.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I thought it had been longer than I honestly thought it was like 98 when it opened.
Wrong. 2015. So 9 years ago.
Wait a second. The monorail?
Mm-hmm.
That's okay.
Wait a second. We need to check that.
I was
Is this
using
a
that. I
fact
was
check
using the
moment?
monorail before I moved here,
Hold
and
on,
that was
Was it
2011.
2002? Maybe it was 2002. My notes have disappeared over there.
Yeah, 2000.
2004. Okay, I'm sorry. It was 2004.
Wait a minute, I moved
JJ,
here.
that
It was
is a
2004.
fiction.
My notes were taken away. I'm so sorry.
Yes.
I
our
just
rampant
ruined that.
audience.
I just ruined that.
All right.
I ruined something last week too.
Moving on. That's
I feel like I
it's
should get
Las
another
Vegas
question.
fiction. All right. This is an easy one.
Okay.
All right.
Yes.
It's been debated, but again, I've checked it. Is Las Vegas the brightest place on Earth?
Oh, yes.
Yes. Yep. NASA has confirmed it as a single place. That whole whatever that 2.6 miles is the single brightest 2.6 miles
With
on
the
Earth.
most shellfish eating people in
Just
America.
chowing down.
That is amazing.
We went to a seafood. We went to one of the seafood buffets sometimes, and you see people. The long crab legs kill me because people are just piles of food. It's amazing what people will ingest. You know, as I sit here busting out of my jacket.
Because you went to an Italian dinner.
Yeah, a little pasta is reacting.
You're busting out of your jacket, and I'm just sweating in my dress because it's about 100 degrees in this room
can
right
I
now.
tell-
There's zero airflow.
I'm very upset I lost my notes, and I'm sorry I flubbed my Vegas Fact or Fiction.
Where are
but
your notes
anyhow,
at? Maybe you can
I don't know.
retrieve them
It's
for
too
you.
late now. It's okay. I should have asked for them before. Let's go to the comments, shall we? Is that it? Does it have the correct date on it?
Brittany, could you do me a favor? Could you grab my phone? I just want to mention the restaurant we were at last night. We were invited out.
By the way, Brittany Avery.
Brittany
making a little
Avery, everybody, come over
You
here.
did that without showing yourself at all.
That's a pro, man.
Wow.
That is a pro.
That's incredible. Is there really a Brittany in studio? No, we're good. We're good. These were them.
Can I mention the Italian place?
You better.
So, you know, one of the goals of this show is if you're coming in from out of town, you're most likely going to be on the Strip. But there's so many incredible restaurants outside. You may not make it out here. We'd love if you did. But last night I had an incredible dinner.
Hold on, let me set you up there too,
Yeah.
because many people who visit Las Vegas still know about Henderson.
Oh yeah.
So Henderson, Nevada, just south of Las Vegas, just south of the Strip. People have family live there. Some people even choose to stay off Strip. So go ahead. This is a great
That's true.
location, not too far from the Strip.
We have an amazing station casino called Green Valley Ranch, which is incredible. Which
GVR.
People actually prefer to stay there because it's not as crazy as it is on the Strip, and it costs less. But had an amazing Italian dinner last night. Real Italians from Italy. It's Trattoria Italia. It's 9,905 Southeastern. in a small shopping center. The food was absolutely incredible. The pasta is made.
A lot of
there.
our best restaurants are in shopping centers.
They really
It's just
are.
the thing,
You know,
right?
and if you're
Yeah.
from New Jersey, like
Yeah.
you know, in Philly, like I
And
am,
you're at home?
it's weird. Like Chicago, one of the best Italian restaurants I was ever at was in this shopping center. But this place is amazing. Torteria Italia.
What'd you have?
They kept the food coming. Holy mackerel! It was kind of a nonstop thing. It was a group of.
You had a penne,
I had a penne. So
Yeah.
we had the
ravioli.
no. That's a sliced
Oh,
meat.
it's prosciutto.
And prosciutto.
Sorry. There
And
you
then the ravioli came. Well, first the meatballs came out, which were
Arancini. Yep.
they were absolutely incredible.
And the
Like
balls.
classic veal and pork and
I hate to hear about the
hamburger.
veal.
Oh, it was just
it goes to my
incredible.
head, I don't
Then the cheese. I always forget the blossom. These just filled with cheese.
He's at a loss for words because it's
I'm at
so
a loss
delicious.
for words.
Yeah. It looks like truffle.
It's
be honest.
yeah,
Okay.
and the food was amazing. And we had this great group of people, performers. An Olympic athlete was there who medaled numerous times. Some other food influencers, and it was just a great dinner.
Love
then
it.
we had the
Nice of you to share it on your phone. Next time
yeah.
you
I'll
share,
do the
it,
photos.
share it with
But
everybody.
the height, the top of this for me. I love ravioli. It was a truffle cream
Oh,
homemade ravioli stuffed with mushrooms.
yeah.
Oh my! It
Oh,
was
I know what you're
just
saying.
Crazy.
I know what you're
Yeah,
saying.
and the gnocchi. I'm not a big gnocchi person,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
the gnocchi was a
I
pesto.
mean, a couple of
was a
bites.
pesto gnocchi.
Oh, pesto.
All the food was just absolutely amazing.
I
And
love
then
it.
The team is just right off the boat Italians.
I'm
anyway.
I'm so happy that you ate well. Yeah, but does Vegas have an Olive Garden? Ah,
They did they
Yeah,
have
no,
one?
we
Yeah,
have
they-
we had
of
Olive
course.
Gardens,
We have Boca
right?
de Pepo. We have every
Boca de
level.
Pepe.
Boca
Boca
de
de
Pepe.
Pepe.
We have every
Is that what you
level
say?
of Italian.
we have every level of everything.
That's true.
That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can go from, I don't know if there's street Italian food, but
What's the
I
place?
guess it would be like getting
the
a
hole in
slice
the
of
wall?
pizza. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Evil Pie downtown. We have some,
We really do have every
we have
level.
2 nationally rated pizza joints in this town,
Yeah,
and we should go to both of them.
We should
Yeah.
visit. What's the
Just
one
saying.
with the big slices that are it's on Fremont and Rock Pizza Rock?
Pizza Rock.
Pizza Rock. Enormous.
That's one of the
Enormous
one of the
pizza.
spots that's nationally recognized. Speaking of nationally recognized, we also have some amazing performers here in town, and 2 of them are about to join us now. We talked to them just before our live stream about their new show. It's a variety show. It's a collection of friends coming together. This is kind of a neat thing because you get to see several different performers in one night, and it's at a very unconventional venue. Actually, a strip club that has a performance stage called Centerfold.
And as Murray will say, you know, if you're watching around the country and you say strip club, people are like, oh my God. But you have to understand, here in Las Vegas, it's just another venue. And during COVID, a lot of the venues, a lot of the strip clubs had other acts. They had other acts. And even, you know, Hustler, when you think of Hustler and all that, but these venues, they kept people employed, and they weren't just strip shows and strippers. There were a lot of comedians and
That
dancers.
was Johnny's pro strip club.
I'm pro venue and I'm
Tirade.
pro. I am.
Yeah.
You know, it's amazing how many stages there are in this town, and the more we can use them, the more entertainment we can have. It's fantastic. This place called Centerfolds has free parking. It's right near the Virgin. It's very isn't it funny.
Oh,
it's a Virgin.
the Virgin.
The Virgin.
I just got
but
that
it's
when you
very
said it.
it's easy to get to. It's a great act. And Murray,
Listen, here's the thing. You go to places because you want to see the show.
Right, yeah, it's
And
not
and
it's
these 2 folks we're about to introduce you to, they're top notch, right?
yeah. And well, Murray was
Can we
on
take a look?
America's Got Talent. I mean, he's incredibly well known.
Let's take a look.
Roll it.
Cass, roll that thing.
Rolling.
All right, we are thrilled to have Murray and Danny Sawchuk joining us this morning to talk about their show, their new show. Well, it's an old show coming back, Murray's Misfits, on the 20th. How you doing, guys?
Great. How you doing?
Good. How you doing? How you guys doing?
Awesome.
Fantastic. Thank you for being with us. We really appreciate it.
Thanks for having us on.
Yeah, we're excited. Talk a little
And
bit
we
about
should-
Murray's Misfits.
Yeah, absolutely. So, Danny, you're going to be hosting. Are you going to be hosting with Smudge?
That would be my ideal job position, but unfortunately Smudge decided that she didn't want to work. So she's going to stay at home. I'll be hosting by myself.
Was the rider too long?
Yeah, exactly. We can't afford her. So she's going to stay home and watch the house. And I'm going to be hosting Murray's Misfits, which is super exciting. It's a variety show of some of the funniest, weirdest acts in all of Las Vegas. And we have about in this version, we have 3 acts, and all 3 of them are new to the show. Correct?
Oh, that's great.
Because the fun thing about this show is that you can interchange the acts, so it always keeps it fresh and exciting.
And it's at Centerfold, right?
Yes, it's opening at Centerfold on Saturday, July 20th. It's going to be every Saturday, Sunday at 7 p.m. It runs about 65 minutes. And yeah, we're super excited about it. Murray's going to be appearing in it for the very first weekend, for opening weekend. And then we're going to do a press night August 11th.
Yeah, right now it's gonna be August 11th. So yeah, should be fun. Something I started a few years ago when a few corporate clients asked me they wanted me, but they wanted a different type of show. And I said, well, we're all a bunch of misfits. Let me just put a variety show together, you know? So it's not reinventing the wheel. It's been around since the 1920s, but I thought, what a cool idea. So Centerfold's bought our show for 3 months with an option to extend if all parties are agreement. And yeah, we open this Saturday, and I think it's be kind of fun, you know, and I'm trying to do more of the producer role on this and not be on stage as much in this show, because obviously my other show will be coming back in a couple of months. And so just trying to balance out both, but I'll pop in the show and do a few bits here and there, you know, if I'm in town. So
it's awesome. Murray, we're so excited. It's been an awesome year for you. I was at your final show at the Laugh Factory at the Tropicana. It was emotional. The room was literally packed.
Yeah.
Like there were so many people in the room, but what a way to go. And then you've been touring the world. You've been all over the place. One thing I always know about Murray Sawchuk is he never stops.
Nope.
So
always doing something.
I've kind of enjoyed going around the world again, because I did that for 18 years before I settled in Vegas, you know, and now that I have this kind of break, I'm kind of doing that again. And also in Vegas, I'm popping into a few different comedy clubs just because of the LA Comedy a few weeks ago. I did Bonkers last week, and then I think in a few weeks I'm going to do Wise Guys in August, and that because I can play all these now since Laugh Factory is, you know, moving and they're not an open club right now. So I'm kind of bouncing around all these other cool clubs I've always wanted to play. Just for a night or two, you know, before I lock back in with, you know, the Laugh Factory. So.
And are you privy to where the new location will be and when they're going to be reopening?
Yeah, where they're looking at, you know, they've had 5 different offers on the table from other hotels, because, you know, I've been here, you know, over 10 years in Vegas, and so we're kind of a proven brand now. So it's kind of a nice place to be in, but they're down to about 3 hotels now, as far as I know. And obviously it's up to them because they carry the capital, and Jamie Masad, who owns the Laugh Factory, along with Harry Basil and Joe. So they're the ones that make the real decisions. So once they sign off on the and the ink dries, then we'll be able to advertise.
We need to hurry up and get him back to work at his show at Laugh Factory, because his entire show is in the living room right now.
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm killing.
I know the feeling. I know the feeling.
We all
Exactly.
understand
As I
that.
said, Harry Basil, let's go sign those contracts. Give
I
me
know.
my living
Honey,
room
I
back.
loved having you home, but Murray and Danny, a married couple, of course, and so much a part of the entertainment community
They
here
are
in
the
Las Vegas.
fabric of
I mean, they really are. So our new show, JJ and Johnny, we're really talking to people outside of Vegas who are coming to visit. So many of them know you, but many of them should come to Centerfolds. And Murray, it's really neat because your wife, she's super busy because now she'll be doing 2 shows a night, right? On
That's
Saturday
right.
and
Yeah.
Sunday.
So she's been hosting a touch for how many years now?
Almost 2 years now.
So
And the show's been there for about 3.5, almost 4 years. So this is really exciting for our show, A Touch of Burlesque, which runs 5 nights a week at 11 p.m. because now we have a couple other shows coming in, and they're really, you know, making the whole showroom, Centerfold showroom is it's a whole thing of entertainment, all different styles and varieties and time slots. So it's exciting for us because now we've been there for quite a few years, and now we have all this excitement drumming up with Murray's Misfits coming in.
Also, a nice thing with the 2 shows of Danny hosting mine and A Touch of Burlesque moves so quick with the different numbers in that. So she gets to host it in a minimal way in the sense of, introducing acts and doing a few things. Whereas my show now, she'll be able to hone in on the stand-up comedy she's been doing for a bunch of years, around town and LA and all that stuff. So it'll be kind of fun for her to do 10, 15 minutes of Danny, which is kind of cool on her own.
Great.
Hey.
And Centerfold is so easy to get to, and the parking's free, and
Yeah.
there's a lot of upside to having that location.
And the showroom is super cool,
Yeah.
that's one of those things where, it's a gentleman's club in the evening, of course, but people realize it's starting during COVID, all these venues started multitasking and using it not just for what they were built for, they were trying to use it for other things. I remember when COVID opened, they were having dinners there along with the show, because that was what the laws agreed on. If it was a dinner show, it was allowed to be open. So I think from that, this has kind of extended that. And when they called me, and that when you go into that room, it's like an old cabaret you'd see up in Europe somewhere, in Germany and Paris, France, and Monaco. So it's kind of cool.
Cool.
So I'm excited, and my show's been designed for that type of room for years. So yeah, so we're excited seeing Joe Trammell back on the Vegas scene again. He played almost every hotel for 10 years, 15 years back in the old days. And Mondre, who's a phenomenal
amazing.
musician.
He's just
and
a
of
great
course, we got
guy.
Shell. Yeah.
It's awesome. Well, we're super happy for you guys. Of course, it's also right across from the Virgin Hotel. If
Yep.
people watching are wondering where Centerfolds is located, 8 p.m. show, correct? On
7
Saturdays,
p.m.
Fridays, and
7
Saturdays.
p.m.
Perfect.
7 p.m. 7
Yeah.
p.m. There you go.
Saturday,
7 p.m.
Sunday.
We'll be there. We're gonna go see them.
Yeah, let's
Yeah.
go.
It's
I
And the
like
free.
cool
it.
thing
So
also,
we're not-
whoever comes to our show, because there's other shows in there, people who do come to my show at 7 o'clock, they'll have the option that if they want to come back that same night and to see a touch of burlesque or Excite, if whichever one's that evening in the room, they'll be able to come back in complimentary to see that other show later in the evening. So
Yeah.
yeah.
So you basically get a 2-for-1 there.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Before we go, let's talk about who's really famous in this room, and that is Smudge. If you could just show us the photo
She's like, guys,
Cover,
on the
cover,
cover of the
cover
magazine.
doggy.
How did this
That-
happen?
Scene
In
magazine.
the center, isn't that wild? Look at that.
see that photo there was right after her nap. Right now, she's like, you know what, guys?
In
You
the
didn't let me
pool.
sleep in.
Skinny dipping, all three of them in the pool. Look at that.
It's
Just
such a
incredible.
great photo.
All right, Danny Murray Sockchuck, we love you guys. Thank you so much.
Love you guys. Thanks
Nice to be on the
joining us.
show.
Have a great week, guys. Take care.
Having that interview happen.
Yeah, it's going to be a great show. Murray puts on great. He's a great producer. He's a great performer. He knows what works, and they're going to be there for at least the next 3 months. But I predict it's going to get extended.
Ooh, that would be exciting. All right, well, we'll have to head to that together,
Yes,
perhaps.
absolutely.
And
It's at my time, 8 p.m.
yes, 8 p.m. Believe me, yes, exactly. When I looked at the poster, I thought, oh, geez, please don't let it be 11 or midnight. And in fact, it's 8 p.m. That's perfect. And it sounds like we will also be, in addition to heading to Murray's Misfits,
bong, bong,
this
bing.
weekend. Check it out. See that? It's the lower third. See it? See it? See it? Yeah, it's good. In addition to seeing that show this weekend, tonight is a big night here in Vegas. Everyone is heading over to the Mirage as a final goodbye. Final few hours, it sounds like that even the doors will be open.
Yeah, and if you have reservations at the Mirage for next week, it's not going to be there. It's
Oh,
gonna be,
that's-
the
I hope
doors.
you don't.
Yeah,
Don't.
you didn't go on one of
It's
those
not gonna be good.
sites, and yeah, the doors are closing of the Mirage. This is historic. The Mirage was the first mega hotel by Steve Wynn. He kind of anticipated these large-scale meetings coming in to Las Vegas. He was right ahead of it, and they did. He built it, and they came. And it's one of the reasons Las Vegas became this huge meeting town for all of these companies, 2,000, 3,000, 4,000 people. And,
So
and he
many
saw
people.
that. He saw the future, and it's one of the reasons it had such amazing
You know what was a
growth.
fun
What happened to
stat?
Love?
Oh, it
Heartbreaking.
closed. It
They
just
closed.
closed.
Yeah.
Actually, us locally, we're very shocked that the show didn't
We're-
just
we're
move to another
baffled.
property.
We're literally
we thought
baffled.
of all shows, why wouldn't
It's-
that just get picked up at
Yeah.
another hotel?
It's the most successful of all these successful shows, but it's hugely successful. It's a beautiful show. I've seen it 5 times. I'm
Oh
sure
my
you've seen
gosh,
it.
I've seen it at
multiple
least
times.
3.
I've cried
So-
every time.
The thing that we've been told behind the scenes is that the actual space, the theater, the stage, the
massive
entire
space.
room is so massive and so intricate to build that is what was preventing
cost,
it
yeah.
from being picked up at another hotel. But Guys, we'll
Saw it
say
in 09.
Saw it in 09. Oh my gosh. Only a few years after the Vegas monorail opened. I feel just so bad about that. No, I feel so
We're
bad.
not a news show.
God,
We're an
apparently.
entertainment show.
That's terribly, terribly, painfully obvious. And you know what? That's okay. There's enough news out there, right, Johnny?
Plenty of news. Plenty of news.
Lots of news and
We try to stay away from all that other stuff.
yeah,
You know.
yeah.
Keep it
Guys, thanks for joining us. We'll see you back here next week. We'll be doing a live stream again.
again and again and
And
again.
again, and
Tell us
again.
if there's
Forever.
any place you want us to visit or talk about,
Oh.
anything that's coming up.
I have a fun fact. Sorry,
Okay.
before we go. I think this one's accurate too.
We can only hope.
So when Steve Wynn opened the Mirage, they were estimating that they had to make $1 million a day in order
Mm-hmm.
to keep it open. In fact, they surpassed that. So the Mirage was a major hit.
Oh
It
yeah.
was pretty exciting.
And,
So
that,
we'll-
and it was Mirage, and then it was Bellagio, right? If
Yeah,
that's the
Mirage
sequence?
first. I
Because it
think-
was such a success.
When Mirage was built, a major casino hadn't been built on the Strip for like 15 or 16
Yeah, it was a
years.
long time.
So it was like a dry patch, and then the Mirage
Yeah.
out of nowhere. Formerly the Red Rooster, the bar that was on the property before.
Oh, that's what we
Remember?
were talking about. Yeah, the Red Rooster. Don't look that up.
Don't look it up.
Don't look that up.
Don't look it up. We
Leave
love
it
you.
up.
Have a great week, everybody.
Have a great week, guys.
See you
Thank
next
you
week.
from.
Thanks for
Say
tuning
goodbye,
in.
producer Cass. Say goodbye.
Bye, Cat. Oh, bye, Cass.
And
We'll
thank
see
you to
later.
our special guest, Brittany Avery.
Yes, thanks for being
Bring
here.
it. Bring Brittany in.
Yeah,
Come on,
Brittany,
just
get in
quickly.
here.
Come on.
Yay.
Where we have a guest
Brittany's
here.
a television producer turned a television instructor, and I love her very much. And yeah, okay. You have no
Fantastic.
microphone. Don't talk. We love you. Bye,
See you
guys.
guys.
Bye, everyone.